no good. And now Houston has the basketball. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Surveys the floor. Oh, he had him there for a second. Good. Off a spin.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Rivers into the front court. He'll run the offense. Fareed to P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for three. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Count it.
That boy's living his best life.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kemba Walker against the former MVP. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Harden. To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 2 for 2 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Off the mark on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker. Sizing up the defense. Westbrook with it. 2-point advantage. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Russell Westbrook has got 2 shots coming. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Goes 2 for 2. Walker with the basketball. Trailing by 4. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Hayward. Fires the 3, and Gordon Hayward, 0 hesitation as he knocks it down for 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Baseline drive. James Harden. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Celtics have it. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. to Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Kemba Walker picked up by Westbrook. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic. That'll do it for the first half. The Rockets with the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Here's Harden with the rock. To P.J. Tucker. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot for James Harden. Not that time.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
Clint Capella sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Curling inside. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's now 5 for 6.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden shoots. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit is 6. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Screen coming. Couple of cracks at the line now.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Jason Tatum, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Harden has it up the floor. Jason Tatum tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
For 3, and it's grabbed by Westbrook. Gordon with it. Leads 4. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
To Westbrook. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Short jumper won't go down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Oh, Russell Westbrook The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Kemba Walker here against Harden. Shot from in close, no good. Short jumper won't fall. And the finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Jumper's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Our score all even in this third quarter. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Harden into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Deep two there, won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Walker into the front court. Game's all tied in the final minute here in the third. Here comes the screen. To Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Harden to Gerald Green. Down to Fareed. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Long key from three-quarters court. That ends the third quarter. We have a tie ball game. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth and final quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
Houston with the basketball. Austin Rivers to Gerald Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Fareed, a shot, won't go. Walker with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Gets a shot up, off the mark. Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Down to Fareed. Easy path to the rim.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Kemba Walker, guarded by the former Dookie. Rebound taken in by Fareed. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Celtics have it. Walker to Hayward. And the rebound taken down by counted at the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Walker. Cruises inside for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Gordon with it. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. It's Westbrook. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Kemba Walker. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To Capella. And he's fouled. He's gone to the line for two.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Clint Capella at the line for two shots. A career 48% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys now trailing by a point. And the basket good at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys now down by a point. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down a point to Hayward. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for two.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
It's Rockets ball. Westbrook, deep right corner. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Walker into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Here comes the screen. Kemba Walker guarded by Russell Westbrook. To Cantor. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nothing going here on that drive. It's Westbrook. Rebound comes to Cantor. To Walker.
Let's go. Y'all know what time it is.
Down to 5 on the 24 to Kemba Walker. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. And this is where the coaches earn their cash. Let's see what they designed down by 2 here in the final minute of play. Walker. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Walker with the basketball. His guy's down 3. Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. And count the basket. Two huge free throws in a one-point game. Intentional foul is going to make him earn it at the line.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Timeout Boston. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? This for the tie. It's good at the buzzer. The defense couldn't contain him, and we're going to overtime. The quarters come to an end. No separation so far. It's all even. And we're underway here in the extra period. Harden. To Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Westbrook. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Enes Kanter sends it away. Kemba Walker picked up by Westbrook. Got it.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Rockets have the ball. Westbrook to Harden. Takes stock of the floor. Curling inside, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Hayward. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Harden. Has a chance, and he hits.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Boston with the basketball. Walker to Hayward. Screen coming. And he finishes at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Harden in possession, trailing by 4. To Westbrook. Enes Kanter rejects it. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Fareed. Nice pass to get things going.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. 2-point advantage. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Harden. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Baseline drive. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Westbrook to Harden. Goes to the left side. Harden. Shot clock winding down. Here's a chance from long range. It's Boston with the rebound. Into the front court, it's Walker. Up by 3. To Cantor. Count the basket at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Runner's good there.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Harden. Marcus Smart with the block. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul. Cashes in for 2. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
The Celtics needed extra minutes to get the victory. It was a remarkable game for the way it ended, but it was also a terrific game overall. I'm glad to have been a part of it. The Celtics relied on these guys for their scoring. On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.